So as comedians coming up, what are some tips you can have as we land this plane here? Because this is, it's all about just comedy and the comedy game. And what are some tips you could maybe share with comics?
Ooh, some big tips. All right. Cut down on the booze. Don't go too hard. Here's the problem with booze. Do you drink?
Not really.
Good for you. But I love it so much, and I want to party, and I want to get drunk, but it kills your whole next day.
Yeah.
And I have bad anxiety, so when I'm hungover, my anxiety goes through the roof, and I'm like, you suck, you're going to bomb, this joke isn't good, and you're trying to write, and you're like, it all stinks. Have you ever written a joke in your life? You kill yourself, you suck, you're gay. So all that shit. And all that comes out, and I already have enough of that sober, so when I'm drinking, it's even worse. But so cut back on the booze. Just write. Even when you got nothing in your head, just go back to old tweets, look at old jokes, try something on stage. If you're doing a new bit and you're kind of not doing well with it, just throw in 3 more sentences real quick. Like, what else? Always stretch as much as you can. Don't go out and bomb a ton, but last night I went on stage and I was like, I'm going to riff about Atlanta a little bit. Maybe nothing will come. Maybe it'll be humiliating, but it's not the end of the world. So even when you're like, all right, pull out, do 3 more sentences. Just say, fuck it. It's almost like when you're doing reps and you're on that last one and you can't do it, but you want to give up, and your friend goes, just push it a little bit. Even if you just get it up to here instead of not doing it, just that will give you some muscle, I think. And it's the same with comedy. Just push it a little further. Just stretch it as much as you can until you feel them like, all right, we got it. And if you do that enough, over years, you'll become amazing because A, you're building something. B, you're learning what it feels like to be frazzled and push that down. You know that feeling of panic when you're on stage? You're like, this is bombing, abort. Keep going and push your abort button further away, So you can build that callus of like, I can take a little bit of bombing. I can take it because I'm such a wuss. Like people go, oh, you got so many punchlines. I'm like, yeah, I'm scared of silence. I'm not this brilliant writer guy. I'm punching it up so I don't have to feel anything. So, always push it a little further. Try to riff. Do that joke that you're scared of doing. Sometimes when I'm on stage, I'm like a little nervous, out of my element. I'm like, this isn't going as well as I hoped. That's when you try the new bit because that's when you're the most vulnerable and raw. And it'll actually kick you into being yourself. It's almost like when you're with a girl and you're trying to be cool and funny and it's not going that great. Just go, well, this isn't going that great. Hold on, let me reboot here. It's the thing your brain is telling you don't do. Do that sometimes. Go towards that shit. It's like the Del Close thing. Follow the fear. Go towards the fear sometimes. And everything in your brain saying don't, but that's when you should. And it makes the fear go away, ironically. Go into it. Lean into the skid. It's like that Bill Burr thing. He's like, when you're doing stand-up, if you're bad at going to crowd work, go to crowd work because you got to learn it. And the only way to learn it is to dive in. It's like basketball players. I can't go left. Well, then work on going left. Same thing. So this is all, heavy inside baseball anal, but just, try it. Try it. Write down you got that weird joke. You're like, this is weird. Try it. What's gonna happen? This is all that's the cool thing about stand-up. It's all batting practice until TV or the special. Obviously, you don't want to use the audience too much and just be like, you guys are my canvas. I'm going to take a shit on you, and whatever works, I'll keep it, because then you'll be a bad comic. So walk that line of being a pro, killing, giving them a good show, and working out your shit and trying shit. And that's a good line. And I think some people respect it. They want to hear the new shit. They want to hear you working it out. So, yeah, that's my bit.
This is tidbit. Good stuff, man.
Hey, thanks. I feel like I'm finally coming out of this edible.
When I asked about comedy tips, you came to life.
Wow. This is all I have.
No, but it's fun. Like, we can just talk about comedy as if it's our first day still. It's that fresh,
I love it. It's a special thing, and people are trying to ruin it, and it sucks. But push on through, baby.
Hot breath.